Okay, let me get some editing on Starfire done. Crap, where did I put those files? Ah, Clanny. Hey, Graven Man, did you hear about the Vortex line? Of course I did. I've seen it all over Facebook and Reddit. Tell me something I didn't know. Did you know that it is out now? You should go get one. Huh. It's actually kind of cool. Thanks for the heads up. I actually thought you were going to give me a smartass answer instead. Ken's song from Street Fighter 2 is stolen from Cheap Trick. Ow, I call bull on that. Oh my god, it was! What's up, YouTube? Graver here, and yes, I am bringing you a review of a re-released blaster, the Vortex Vigilon. Now, for some unknown reason, Nerf decided it's going to relaunch Vortex under the Vortex VTX line. Now, I had a few Vortex blasters back in the day when they originally came out. I had a Proton. I still actually have my Vortex 360, and I also had a Zombie Strike one, and for some reason the name escapes me right now. But I never actually owned the Vigilon, which is why I kind of broke down and kind of got it, but also to showcase it to you folks. So what this is it's a disc blaster, and this is the ammunition it fires. Yes, not a dart, a disc. So now you have, between Mega, Elite, AccuStrike, Rival, you now have a fifth ammo, a disc. Now, back when they first originally came out, not much has really changed with the discs themselves. This is the current one. A plastic center with a spongy outside. Here is a refill pack from the reissue line. I don't have an original green one, but look at this. Plastic center, spongy outside. The one from the Vortex 360. Plastic outside, spongy inside. And the glow-in-the-dark one from the Zombie Strike blaster. Plastic outside, or plastic inside, spongy outside. But anyway, the ammo is what it is. Now, to load the Vigilon is actually pretty unique. Now, I will be doing my normal aesthetics, how it works, and what I think of it review. I'm not doing an internals on this, and I will explain this now rather than later on when I would be doing it. I'm not doing an internals on this for two reasons. One, I don't want to really kind of mess up the loading door, which I'll get to in a moment. But also for the fact of this. These really have little modding potential. The Vortex blasters do not work off of a standard plunger and spring like most of the normal springers do, because it uses actually a tension spring and a flip arm. Now, you can definitely go check out some other channels if you want to see how to remove the locks and stuff like that. I'll definitely encourage that. I don't want to, because for two reasons. One, it's going to be a major hassle, and two, God only knows how long this is actually going to last. If it lasts more than the 3 that are out right now, I will be damn surprised. But that's really the main reason why I'm doing it. The insides and the lock system, the way these things are constructed, it's very solid, but it's so convoluted because you don't know what is actually part of the working mechanism and what could be a lock, that if you remove something and toss it, you're gonna have like a paperweight then at this point. But getting over to the function of the blaster, first off is this. In order to load the Vigilon specifically, you have these two little yellow switches on each side. It's an ambidextrous, but it will load only on the left side of it. And it has a 5-disc internal magazine. Now, the cool thing about this is you can actually load a 6th disc. What you do is you just load it up normally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze that bad boy in. Close it. Load a shot. Open the door. And then add your 5th disc back in. So now you have one in the chamber, so to speak, and a fully loaded mag. So they didn't really, I don't know why they're calling this the VXT line. I guess to try and be like, oh, look, it's all new and stuff. It's nothing. Don't think you're going to be getting elite performance out of these. I remember what these things used to fire like, and it's about the same thing. They also have the same bounce, and I don't know where that disc went, so I'll probably find it in about 3 or 4 months when I clean my garage. But that is, come on. Yeah, drop one, whatever. But that is basically the function of it. The aesthetics of this, I actually do like the new color scheme. I have to say, the original green one was kind of a meh for me because it was like two or three different shades of green. This gray and black along with red. Yeah, it didn't have orange on it. It actually had red. That was actually kind of cool, but I guess safety reasons or whatever, they decided to go back to safety orange. Now, I like the blue. Not a terrible fan of the yellow, the neon yellow or highlighter yellow stripe. The light gray and dark gray are very nice contrast. The orange on it is very nice. My personal preference, and oh, of course, you know, because Nerf painted on one side, not the other. I'm surprised they put the stripe on that one. But I digress. My personal opinion, though, like I said, I'm not a fan of the highlighter yellow. I would have preferred maybe a white stripe or maybe the gray or orange. That would have been really nice, but other than that, aesthetically, I really can't complain about it. Oh, I did almost forget one feature, though. Neat little thing about this is the D prime on this works so much better than an actual Nerf blaster. Because if for some reason you have a jam, like say it loads 2 discs or whatever, like on top of each other, and you have a misfire, if you pull the little lever here, it actually, well, that surprisingly spit it out really far, but usually it just knocks it out of the launching arm, and this way you don't have to worry about the blaster. You clear the jams very easily. The only thing is, though, I can never tell because of the multitude of locks if it actually deprimes your tension spring. So I usually just throw at least one more round in there just to clear it out regardless. Now, getting onto the locks. This thing has a couple of them. One is a slide lock. Yes, if there's no disc in the magazine, you cannot prime this, so you cannot dry fire it. It does also have a trigger lock. And whether or not this thing is primed, the trigger lock is locked without a disc in there. So one way or another, that's just not happening. Over and all, I gotta say, Vortex is still a miss on me. I do like the Vigilon. I like the design of it. I like the aesthetics of it. I'm probably going to wind up gutting this thing and just making it a really, really cool prop at some point. But I mean, outside of that, I really don't see myself using this in any kind of practical setting. Few reasons for that. One, I mean, for a pistol, it it's pretty bulky, especially for a 5-shot pistol. I mean, you compare something to like the hammer shot, this thing is like holding a lawgiver and still only getting 5 shots. But besides that fact, because I mean, honestly, you'd probably be using this as a primary. You wouldn't be using this as a secondary. If you did, I applaud you. But the overall like workings of this thing, it's not mod friendly, which I know is not a deal breaker for a lot of people. For me, that is one of the things. If I don't have the potential for doing something really cool with it, I may wind up passing on it. But you also have to deal with the proprietary ammo. These things, if you're the only one at a war rocking a Vortex blaster, again, kudos to you. But the only thing is, though, whatever you bring is what you have. And if you lose anything, that's just one less shot you're going to have. Whereas any other setting, you can always kind of field pick up a couple of darts, throw them in your blaster, and keep going in case you're running low. So there's that part of it. The other part of this is also pricing. I don't remember if this is what the Vortex line originally went for, but this alone was $25. And believe me, this is going to be the first and only of the VTX line I am going to be getting if that is going to be the price point. A 5-shot pistol should not be more than $20. And I say that loosely, only reason because I really like the Spectre, and that was a Walmart exclusive, and it was only a 5-shot pistol, but at least it came with a silencer and a stock. A crappy stock, but a stock nonetheless. So I mean, that's overall my thoughts on the Vortex line. If you really want to, I would say go for it. If you missed out on it the first time just to see what all the hype was about, if you want to spend the money on it, go for it. If not, ask to borrow one of these from somebody you know who does have one, just to try it out to see if you like it. This is not something I would probably even recommend as a, hey, are you interested in getting into Nerf? Because, again, it's proprietary software, or not software, ammo. Also, now that I'm thinking about it, these are not the greatest things to shoot outdoors, too. I mean, granted, yeah, wind can always screw up anything, be it dart or rival ball. But the only thing is, though, you're shooting a Frisbee. This thing's going to catch wind, and it could sail like 150 feet if you're lucky. Or you can get a nice little side breeze and it'll go 10 feet and then 20 feet to the left or right. So that's another con in my book on this one. All right, well, that's the review of the Vigilon. Honestly, I'm not too impressed with it myself. It's a re-release of a blaster we had a couple of years ago. They really didn't make any tweaks to it. It's not very mod friendly. It's not very war friendly. It's more for something to just have fun around the house or a basement with. But, hey, if that's what you want to get out of it, then by all means, go for it. But that's everything I have to say for this one. So, if you enjoyed this video, as always, please throw us a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of the re-release of the Vortex line. Are you happy with it? Are you thinking to yourself, oh God, why? Are you hoping that it sticks around at least long enough to maybe get a Nitron re-release? I know that was probably one of the best sellers from the whole friggin' thing. But that's about it. And also, don't forget to click that little bell icon, because if you don't, YouTube's probably not going to tell you that I posted something. But if you don't want to click the little bell icon, you can always follow me on my other social media pages. I have a fan page down below. All my links are in the description down below, but I got a fan page on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on the Twitters. Twitter is usually more just posting whenever a video is up, but it also does have a little bit more gaming related stuff. So if you want, go check out my second channel, Griever Goes Gaming. Also, link in the description down below. And if you want to follow me on Instagram or the Facebook page, I usually post some behind the scenes stuff of what we're working on that may not be getting filmed and is just kind of like in between project stuff. So definitely I suggest go checking it out. So again, thank you everyone for joining me for this video, and I will see you guys next time. Later.